Namaskar everybody, my name is SK Dure. In this video, I am going to try to break down the posture of Chaturanga Dandasana. Chatur means four, Anga means limbs. So basically this posture is about balancing the entire body using four limbs from the body. What are the four limbs? Both your palms as well as your toes. So it is a posture that requires a reasonable amount of core strength as well as you should have a reasonable amount of strength in your arms as well. So I'm going to teach this posture from the very beginning and some of the things you must avoid so that you will be able to perform this posture and progress in this posture much more effortlessly. Now in the beginning, of course, it requires a tremendous amount of effort so that you will be able to build strength. But as I always say, continue practicing with the same intensity and consistency. Consistency will bring success. So every day you must daily, repeatedly practicing this posture, especially if you are an Ashtanga Vinyasa practitioner. This posture comes almost all the time in your entire series. So you have to have a good grasp of this Chaturanga Dandasana. And even if you are not practicing Ashtanga Vinyasa, you are practicing Hatha Yoga, still this posture separately as an asana has great benefits, especially when it comes to building core strength, when it comes to building arm strength. This is the posture that you can come to. It helps to tone your legs, it helps to tone your calves and thigh, and so many benefits associated, physical benefits associated with this posture. So how we are actually going to perform this posture? I'm going to break down this posture. Now, for beginners, for those who are just starting to approach this posture, always remember when you are moving into Chaturanga Dandasana, your hands should be in line. Let's say if I'm moving into Chaturanga Dandasana. Now, from this posture, you can see my wrist should be in line with the shoulder. This is the first step. My wrist should be in line with the shoulder. Spread out your fingers. Always spread out your fingers and firmly plant it on the ground, because this will make sure that you get the maximum balance as well as grip when you're actually going to balance yourself, when you're going to actually balance your body onto the on the mat. Now firmly plant, and then now see the movement that I'm going to make over here. I'm going to just extend this left leg all the way back. I'm going to just extend my leg all the way back and then extend the right leg as well. So this will most likely look to you as if it is a plank. It is a plank, but here is how we will actually start going or moving into the posture of Chaturanga Dandasana. Now hold this posture for 10 seconds to 20 seconds. See how comfortable you are. If you feel very uncomfortable holding this posture, then bring down the knees and then stay in this posture. And then build your strength from here. From anywhere between 10 to 20 seconds, stay in this posture and then repeat it 3 times. Now, once you feel more comfortable being on your knees over here, now you can slowly start to come down. When you are trying to come down, always make sure you firmly plant your hands. And then elbow, do not move it sideways. Move it close towards the side of your rib cage here. Move it close towards the side of your rib cage. In the beginning, it may be difficult to hold on to the body. So if you feel very uncomfortable when you are trying to come down, bring down your knees and then try to come down in this manner. Now you'll be able to hold the body in a much more comfortable way. Now for an example, let's say you have managed to bring down the body, and then you feel uncomfortable to hold on much longer. Then you just let go of yourself, and then you can try coming back into Marjariyasana, cat posture, and then try again. Extend the legs and then slowly try to come down. You have to build your strength consistently. When you practice daily, you'll be able to build your strength over time. Now similarly, there are 2 steps that I have shown you over here. One is bringing the knees down and then trying out the posture, and then another one is bringing the knees down and then trying out the posture. Another one is bringing the knees straight and then lowering down. Now, how does the actual alignment of Chaturanga Dandasana looks like? You have to be 2 fingers above the ground. The entire body has to be 2 fingers above the ground. So let's say if I'm going down, going down to the ground, I should just hover above the ground. Hover above the ground. I should not be lifted like this in this position. I should hover above the ground. So the distance between the ground and my chest should be just 2 fingers. This is the distance that you should maintain. A general distance that you can maintain between the mat as well as your chest. And then it's similar over your thigh. Over your thigh also, it should just hover above the ground. So when you hover above the ground, you will notice that my torso, the side of the rib cage, is moving below the elbow, which is the correct position that you should assume when you're practicing Chaturanga Dandasana. You can see over here, when I'm placing my hands over here in this position, my elbow should move beyond the torso. So when I move beyond the torso, there will be a chest expansion happening. This is the purpose of this posture. When you're doing Chaturanga Dandasana, you should not congest your chest. By placing the elbows in line with the side of the rib cage, you'll be congesting the chest. So what we are trying to do over here is we are trying to expand. So by moving the elbow slightly beyond the rib cage, you will be able to expand the chest, which allows a deeper breathing to happen. So you will be going down. Okay. What about the placement of the knees and then placement of the toes? Now the distance between the feet should be your hip length. So for an example, let's say if this ankle over here, this ankle should be in line with my thigh bone over here. So when I'm placing my legs, I should not open up my legs too much. I'll be just opening up. The side of my toes should be in line, or the ankle should be in line with my thigh bone. So that is the distance that I'll be opening up my leg. So the distance between the hands, as I've told you just now, the wrist should be in line with the shoulders, and it should be slightly away. Now from this position, I will lower my body and then hover above the ground. So when I'm trying to lower my body over here, I must engage my abdomen. Try to engage your abdomen. Try to pull and engage your abdomen. When you engage your abdomen, you'll be able to hold on to the posture with greater stability. One more thing that you can do to achieve greater stability in this posture is engaging the knee. So basically what you will be doing is engaging the back of the knee over here and then keep it straight. So for an example, when you move down, you will engage the back of the knee. You will notice that the movement of the knee is engaging, and then it allows the Chaturanga Dandasana to be in a much more stable position. Now if you look forward, and then depending on the practice that you will be doing, you either will look forward or you will look down, but do not look too much upwards like that, because it will cause a lot of strain on your neck. Now, when you are doing this posture, for an example, let's say if you are holding this posture and you feel very uncomfortable, so what you can do, you can go down all the way and then come back up in Chaturanga Dandasana. How you can do this? Now, in this posture, you will lower down your knee and then go all the way down, and then engage both your knees so that you will be able to come into Chaturanga Dandasana position. This is also one of the ways to train yourself to move into Chaturanga Dandasana. So you can move all the way down, and then if you feel very uncomfortable, bring down the knees, then make yourself a bit more comfortable, and then engage. Inhale, engage the kneecap. You will see that the knees has straightened, and then you will be able to hold on to the position of Chaturanga Dandasana. Now what about the shoulder blades? The shoulder blades should not move too much inwards. Remember, when you are moving the elbow sideways, you are not trying to move inwards. What you're trying to do is moving straight towards the opposite direction, not inwards, not an inward movement. So it is not an inward movement, it is a straight movement, all the way straight in this position. Now when you have gone down, especially in Ashtanga Vinyasa, let's see if you feel comfortable in holding on to this position. From this position, you will straighten up towards upward facing dog, which is known as upward facing dog. Now from this position, you see the movement on my toes. I will be sliding back. Use this action. Slide back slightly and then come up to the position of Chaturanga Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Once again, I show you. You go to the position of Chaturanga Dandasana and then use the strength of your hand to slide back and then move your toes forward and then come up into the position of Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. In the next video, I will be teaching you different ways of how we can execute the transition between Adho Mukha Svanasana, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana and Chaturanga Dandasana. Thank you so much for watching. If there is any question, you let me know in the comment section. Namaskar everybody. Thank you.